Yeah, y'all. What's up? Ice Cola, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. We got a guest in the building today. You know, real life, real spit, Latin pain. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie about to pull up. We gonna get y'all exclusive, word. Let me send this out. And so, yo, there you go.
Yo, what's good, Ice?
Salute, bro. What's going on?
Salute. You can see me?
I see you. You good? Everything clear? You know what I mean?
That's what's up, baby.
You know, I appreciate you pulling up the panel. You know what I mean? Showing love. You know, I want you to tell the people who you are and where you from, beloved.
Man, more or less, man, from the Bronx, New York. My name's Antonio Bicicleta, Lamping, everything. This is real life for a spit. Word, salute to the big homie. I'm saying Ice Cold Leon. Word.
Salute. Alright. Tell them where you from and all that. Where you grew up at.
Well, born and raised in the Bronx, New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Born in 79 in the Bronx, New York. Shout out to Bedford Park, Allison Ave, White Plains Road, Gun Hill. Like, I bounced around for a long time in the Bronx. In most of my life, man. Word.
Okay. So, tell them how you got in tune with the Kings and all that. How all that happened.
Well, first and foremost, when you growing up in the 80s and the 90s, you know what I'm saying, and you bounce around a lot. I mean, I used to meet all kind of people. You feel me? You know, from Chingalings to Savage Nomads, you know what I'm saying? The Kings ain't really come around in my life till the 90s. Well, you know, a couple of brothers that I used to hustle with in the Bronx was King, you know what I'm saying? And my little brother, his one of his closest homies who got me involved was King. But I ain't get involved till I hit the island when I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying? Word. So I knew Kings all my life, you know what I'm saying? I knew some Bloods, I knew some regular dogs, neutrals. You know, when I went in 1998, I got arrested twice. The first time I got arrested was for disbursement of a firearm, reckless endangerment. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the island though. I got out on bail. And then that summer though, I was pitching. They sent me to this program called the Fortune Society. And you ever heard of it? Yeah, so they had sent me to that program, you heard? And when I went to that program, I met this shorty from Burnside, rest in peace, man. Her name was Cool Cat, man. May she rest in peace. She had put me on to the Lower East Side Manhattan, you heard? When I started going down there, meeting dudes, we would sell whatever was $5 when it came to cracks in the Bronx was $10 in Manhattan back in the days. I don't know if a lot of people remember that, you heard? So I used to go down there. I used to go to the program, and after the program, I meet shorty in the Lower East Side. We was pumping for a while from February 98 to July 2nd of 98. July 2nd, 98, I got caught. You heard? I sold to an undercover. You know what I'm saying? Man, I sold to undercover. I was shook though. I ain't even gonna front. Because back then, I don't know if it's still like that today. If you got an open case and then you catch another case, they don't give you no bail on the second case. You heard? I was stressed. You heard? Like, oh.
Yeah, they switched it up now. You still get bail. You can get bail on the second joint now.
Oh, well, back in the days, it was real, man. You had an open case. The second case, they would deny you bail. You know what I'm saying? So I had an open case that I was going to the Fortune Society for. They told me if I did the Fortune Society for a year, if I successfully completed it, they was going to drop it off my record. But I ain't successfully completed because here I am catching the sale of a controlled substance, you know what I'm saying, the Rex in to the police. So I go to the island. When I go to the island, my first friend was a Latin King, you heard? Like the first nigga I got cool with. And I wasn't trying to get cool with nobody, son. I was trying to mind my business, you know what I mean? Because little nigga, I was in the mall 4. And shit was wild. They was wild. You know what I mean? Like, they look like they don't sleep at night. They out sneaking around and walk around, you know what I'm saying? Getting money, beating off to the police, the lady cop that was there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird, bro. But nothing happened to me, you heard? Nothing really happened to me, yo. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of niggas go in there with the crazy war stories. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. When I first went in there, son, I don't know if it's the face, I don't know what the hell it is, but nobody bothered me at first. Until one day, like my 3rd or 4th day there, if I can remember correctly, my 2nd day there, going to the 3rd day there, I met Eddie Bauer, man. Salute to Eddie Bauer from Soundview. You know what I'm saying? That was my first friend on the island, you heard? So he had came up to my bed, man, handsome Puerto Rican nigga with the swag. And he had came up to my bed like, yo, where you from, son? So I was a wild kid, man. I was a wild kid, but for some reason, I was just quiet there. You know what I mean? So I was quiet in the island my first couple of days, just trying to feel it out because the vibe is crazy. Back then, son, you could just feel like something was going to happen like all the time, and just always felt like tension in the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So son came up to my bed. We start politicking. You heard? And the house was mostly Latin Kings, and you had the Nietas, and you had some Bloods. You heard? You had one Crip dude though that he rocked. He was from Brooklyn. His name was T-Rock. You heard? And he was the only Crip in my house, and everybody knew he was Crip, but nobody was making a move on him. I don't know what he did.
Hold on, slow down. Tell the people how you became king. Like, tell the people how you became. They accepted you as family. Now you.
So I'm gonna get to that. So I meet Eddie Bauer. You heard? Me and son get cool for a couple of days. One day I go to the bathroom, and this dude, I don't know if you've been to the 4 building, but back in the days, the toilet bowls was just like side by side with a little partition in the middle. But if you look straight through it, you can see. You know what I mean? You can see niggas unless they threw their sheet over. Where some big dude, he ain't had his sheet over the thing. You heard? Yeah. So before I was Latin King, people thought I was Latin King because of the situation. So when I went to take a piss, I saw the dude. I didn't mean to look, but you know how somebody on the side of you is late night, you don't know somebody there. It made me look. You know what I'm saying? So I looked. You know what I mean? So son got mad. So I'm washing my hands after I pee. He came out, he washing his hands. He grilling me. He's standing next to me washing his hands with the grill. I'm thinking he gonna pop on me, but he ain't do nothing. When I walk out the bathroom, he followed me, son. So he only followed me to a certain point. Then he changed his mind. So Eddie Bauer seen that, because Eddie Bauer was always watching me. So when Eddie Bauer seen that, he was like, yo, hold on, stay with you. He was like, yo, watch my back. And he went and stepped to dude. You know what I'm saying? So they went and gave him, they got it on. Well, after that, my son Eddie Bauer watched him up for me. I ain't even do nothing. So he just told me to watch. And I watched. You know what I'm saying? I watched his back so he don't get caught by the police. Because we used to go into the day room for the one-on-one sometimes. You know what I'm saying? To get a fair one, or they go to the back of the bathroom. So they went in the day room. The lady was sleeping. It was late. The CEO was sleeping. She should have got fired, but anyway. People thought I was king because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people thought I was king, but I wasn't a king. I was just rocking with Eddie Bauer. You know what I mean? Then one day I got into my own shit. This kid wanted a slap box, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Play fight and turn into a real fight, bro. You know what I mean? And I wound up going to the box for 10 days. When I went to the box for the 10 days, I saw my little brother's homie. Shout to Indio, man, West B. I saw Indio in the box, and we was across from each other. We was talking all the time. So I'm telling, he's like, yo, you all right in here? This and the third. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? So he like, you know what I'm saying? He sent me, he telling me to join the Kings. You heard? He was like, you should join us, bro. Everybody already think you a king. So I was like, yo, I didn't know what it was about. So he sent me the rules and regulations, right? You know, we used to do the fishing thing and all that. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me the rules and regulations to my cell. So I read them and I liked them. You know what I'm saying? Real life respect. I like what I read. You heard? You know what I'm saying? With the respect, the honesty, you know what I mean? Just all the rules, like I liked them. You heard? So I practiced them, I studied them, but I still wasn't king. When I left the box, you know what I'm saying, I was still adolescents. I was about to go to the adults because my birthday came and they was ready to send me to the adults. So my birthday was coming in August. So this all in a month. This happened. So when I came out the box, you heard, for the 10 days, they sent me to 3 Main with Ali Mo and a bunch of wild young blood niggas. You heard? God bless them though. You know what I'm saying? God bless them. You know what I mean? But back then, you know what I'm saying, in Mall 4, everybody thought I was king. I wasn't king yet. But I just learned the lessons to be a king. I just learned them. I didn't get crowned yet, though. So when I came out the box, they sent me to 3 Main, and I didn't even unpack. You heard? Because I felt the tension. Because you know the A and B gate, when you first go into 3 Main, you know they got that first gate, then they give you a card to the officers that run that tier, and then they let you in the other side, and then you in there with the wolves. You heard? Well, it was next to the day room, so dudes was at the gate of the day room, like seeing who I was. You heard? So I'm fooled. I'm fooled as soon as I step into the spot, bro. You heard? Back there. So all the young niggas in 3 Main, they was at the gate looking at me. Ali Mo said something to me. He said, "You sure you want to come in here?" I said, and I looked at the nigga, and Ali Mo, crazy dude. I heard about him before, you know what I mean? And I knew who he was. We wasn't friends and none of that. You know who I'm talking about from Harlem? Yeah. We wasn't friends and none of that. We wasn't friends. We was never friends. God bless him, though. We was never enemies neither. You know what I'm saying? We was just indifferent. But he told me, he was like, "Yo, you sure you want to come in here?" And, you know, he got the crazy eyes. So I was like, "Oh, man, son," I was shook, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. Because I'm like, damn, I got to walk in here with all these dudes by myself. So I go to my cell. They send me in there. I'm not going to tell the police nothing. I got to eat this, right? So I eat it. Bro, I go to my cell, and they sent the Doja.
No checking in, man. You heard?
No checking in. Nah, you got to go through that, son. You don't get a pretty face like this just smiling, my nigga. I promise you. You feel me? You got to take them lumps and bumps. That's life, bro, if you're going to be a man. And if you're going to do the crime, you got to play the time correctly. You know what I mean? So this is real life, real spit, my nigga. So I go in my cell, you heard? And when I get in my cell, they said this kid, I guess he ain't never popped before, because then they wanted him to pop. And I was skinny at the time, but I done had fights in the streets. So, you know what I'm saying? My hands is all right. I ain't no killer, though, but my hands is all right. You know what I mean? It's always been all right. So I'm saying to myself, I don't unpack because I know the rules. They gonna wash me up, and then I gotta go. You know what I mean? So it made no sense to unpack. So they sent a Doja, though. That's what I respect about Ali Mo, though, because he could have sent them all in the cell at one time. And he was like, he had the house, you know what I'm saying? So he could have just jumped me, but he didn't. What he did was he sent the Doja. So the Doja kept walking past my cell when I knew. Because every time he walked past my cell, he looked at my cell. But I could tell he was, like, not sure himself, you know? So they telling the nigga to put the work in on me. I left my cell open. So he stopped in front of my cell trying to start a conversation. And I told him, I said, "Yo, just do what you came here to do, dog." You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got to talk. We're not friends. So the nigga ran to my cell. We started getting it. I washed him up and I pushed him out my cell. But it was only a couple of seconds that it happened, right? When I got the nigga out my cell, I slammed the door, you heard? When I slammed the door, all the wolves was at my gate. Yo, we gonna fuck you up. I'm like, oh shit, I slammed it right in time before I caught the ass whipping of my life. You know what I mean?
That's some real shit right there. You was 10 steps ahead of that nigga. You was on.
Yeah, I was 10 steps ahead, bro. I knew I was gonna get fucked up, so but they made a mistake by sending the Doja and not the whole pack. You know what I mean? If they would have sent the whole pack, I probably would have died in there. I don't know, but I stomped my brains out. But they sent that one kid first, and I washed him up. I kicked him out, slammed the door, boom. So the police came to my cell like, "Yo, you letting King sign?" I said, "I'm Puerto Rican." He said, "Yeah, but you letting King sign?" So I wouldn't tell him. But they know something up because all these kids want to beat me up. You know what I'm saying? So they moved me to another housing area. I forget what housing area it was, man. I think it was like 8 or something. But I met. That's where I met Cisco, and I told Cisco everything that was going on with me, and he crowned me. You know what I'm saying? And I joined the Latin Kings when I left 3 Main. You know what I'm saying? Then from there, my birthday came. They sent me to OBCC, but I've been king since '98. You know? Well.
So tell us what it was like with the tensions with the Bloods and the Latin Kings when you was in there.
Yo, can I keep it I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. You heard? sometimes it don't even just be the Kings and the Bloods. Like, there was beef, you know what I'm saying? And the drama stemmed from before our time, you know what I mean? From the, you know, before you know what I'm saying, from like 92, 93, 94, whenever the Bloods first came into power in the island, you know? So in the 90s, the Bloods was powerful. They was powerful. And this was when they was still rising to the top, you know what I mean? So you had to pop if you was a Blood. There was no such thing. Like nowadays, you know what I'm saying, Kings and Bloods. Nowadays, some people slip through the cracks and they just cool with a nigga who cool with a nigga. Next thing you know what I'm saying, he claiming like he got more or something. Back in the days, no, you had to show out. If you didn't show out, you wasn't even getting accepted. You know what I'm saying? I remember even in the streets before I even went to jail, where I used to see dudes, G-checking dudes. They used to run up on you and, you know what I'm saying, ask you some crazy question. And if you ain't know the answer, you feel me? If you ain't know the answer, you was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, no disrespect to none of the gangs. I tell shorties these days, don't even join that shit because it's not the same, first of all. People ain't real like it was back then. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Back then, you had to know your lessons. You had to know your history. You had to know your codes. But anyway, like to answer your question, the tension would stick all over the place. Now, it was so crazy. The Bloods was so wild in the 90s that the Latin Kings and the Nietas, you know what I'm saying, were stuck together, you know what I'm saying, to protect each other from the Bloods, you know? Like, this is real life respect. Nothing against my peoples, you know what I'm saying, but that's a fact, bro. We had 2 gangs versus 1 at one time. You feel me? We had 2 whole associations versus just some Bloods because they was putting in the pain. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods was putting in the pain. That's how it was for me anyway, you know? So I didn't really care because we from the streets and just as bad as, you know, people tell all these crazy war stories, but they forget to talk about the streets too. You know, in the streets, we got guns, we got knives too, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy in the Bronx. And so you go to prison and Brooklyn and the Bronx was like the majority of Rikers Island, you know? Back in the 90s. You know, I ain't saying Staten Island don't get locked up. I ain't saying Queens don't get, because Queens was heavy in there too. You had Sherm the Worm, YG. You know what I'm saying? I was around these type of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Sherm the Worm was a monster. Sherm the Worm was a monster. You know, Sherm was like a demon. He was like a baby demon. Well, shout to Sherm the Worm. God bless him. I hope he's doing the right thing now. I don't know where he at, but back when I was a youth, Sherm the Worm, that name gave chills down niggas' spines. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know, Ty Nitty, you know what I'm saying? Like, these was names that, you know, people was shook when they heard that. Ty Nitty used to have to wear the whole face mask coming out the Beacon Big Box and all that, you know? Like, these was people that was really out there, you know? And I don't know what happened in their life, but
He's 6 man. That was crazy. You know about the 6 man?
That's a fact, bro. OBCC and all that. You know what I'm saying? OBCC was my first, was when I went to adults, I went to population in OBCC. You heard? And then I caught a red ID because I got caught with half a scissors. I ain't cut nobody into that. I ain't never stabbed or shot nobody in the jail. I had some fights, but I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never cut nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I got caught with a pair.
Hold up, break that down for the people. What's red ID? Because they might not know. Break it down for the people.
So some people think that red ID is for cutters, and it is. You know, if you slash a nigga, stab a nigga, you know what I'm saying, you might catch a red ID. You know what I'm saying? But if you get caught with a weapon, you catch a red ID too. That's how I caught the red ID. Because somebody got me a half of scissors. You know the scissors? The big brolic scissors? My son, shout out to Omar Robinson, my nigga Smooth. He was from my block. So when I went to OBCC, he saw me. And he was worried about me, you heard? Because I was a little nigga. He loved me. He knew me since I was a baby. So when he saw me, he was like, yo, Mike, what you doing in here? So he was mad at me for being locked up. So when we went to the child one time, he snuck me a half a pair of scissors. You know what I'm saying? I only had it for like 2 days, bro, and I got caught with it, son, you heard? So I wound up going to the box. I caught a red ID. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even use it. You feel me? But red ID was for the cutters and all that. They give you the mittens when you go to court now and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was a young buck, bro. I didn't really know what I was doing. You feel me? So I got caught with a half of scissors, and then That's how I caught the red ID. I ain't cut nobody. I ain't earn my shit. You know? Some people earn their shit. Niggas used to earn their shit for real. And there was dudes used to get out the mittens to do it. You know what I'm saying? Some dangerous people.
All kind of crazy shit. But, you know, in the system, it's a lot of racism going on. Can you break that down and give us some game?
Yo, let me tell you something, man. That racism shit used to piss me off, bro. Because you got a lot of people on both sides, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you had blacks and the gang culture really started that racism shit for New York. If it wasn't for the gangs, it wouldn't be no racism. You heard? But you want to have a gang that's predominantly black. You want to have a gang that's predominantly Puerto Rican. You know, in the streets, we be in different gangs. We live on the same block. We be cool with each other. But when you get to the island, there's always some Puerto Rican nigga, you know what I'm saying, from Puerto Rico or something, come through and he talking snap about everybody else, and or some brother from somewhere, you know what I'm saying, making fun of the Spanish people. And it was corny to me. Because I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in a Jamaican neighborhood. I ain't know how to feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with you. It threw you off guard. Like, it threw me off point. You know what I mean? I didn't like it, you know, but it exists, bro, believe it or not. Racism in New York sounds stupid, but there's some racist niggas in New York. And that's sad, you know what I'm saying? And they might not, and some of them not tough enough, you know what I'm saying, or bold enough to just keep it real, yo. If you don't, because I look black to a lot of people, so I got it from my own people. There was Puerto Ricans that used to look at me like, that nigga not Puerto Rican, you feel me? So, listen, when I went to the Beacon in 2000, you heard? That was when I really noticed the little racial shit. If you look at my stories, real life was spit on the YouTube. I had told a story. I was playing chess with my nigga Papa in the annex. I was in 13A. And the Land Kings used to chill in the back. Now, at this time, I've been king for a couple of years, and I wasn't really jacking it too tough, to keep it real with you, because I'm a popular loner, and I hate being down with niggas like that sometimes, you know? I like to do my thing by myself. Right. So when I was in 13A, the Spanish kid, one day I played chess with my brother Papa. I used to chill with the brothers in the front. When we playing chess, this kid passing us, he said, yo, I got a cigarette for a 6-minute phone call. Back in the days, we used to trade cigarettes for 6 minutes if we ain't had no bogeys. So I'm like, yo, Pa, let me get that. So when I went up to him to talk to him about the phone call, I was going to give him the click. I ain't had no bogeys. I asked my nigga, Papa, you want to smoke? Papa like, yeah, go get that. So when I went to go get that, the dude told me in Spanish, he said, go ask the black people, you fake Puerto Rican. So I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, he caught me off guard. And this is a true story. Yeah. So I looked at him, I was like, I rocked him to sleep. I acted like I was going to leave it alone. Yeah, I'm a funny nigga. I told the nigga, yo, I'm sorry you feel like that. And I made believe I was going to turn around, but I grabbed his shirt and I pulled him into my fist. I just threw a hook. Boom, rocked this nigga shit. Boom, he fell. So he got back up though, tried to shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Threw another punch at me. I weaved it, caught him again. Boom. The lady CEO, she came out running out the bubble. So I tried to walk to my cell to change my sweater, but I ain't make it, yeah? So when she calling me, she like, yo, Vince Guarando, come here, da-da-da-da. So when she called me over, my son S, he was blood. My son S was on the top 10. He was cheering me on like a cheerleader, man. The nigga is funny. He always had the jokes. So my son S up there, and the lady officer came. That Bailey was in the bubble signing the book. So she was like, yo, I don't want to do no paperwork. Y'all calm down. Y'all cut that shit out to the third. I'm telling her, I'm good. Son can't fight. Like, he don't know how to weave. So while we talking, the dude took another swing at me, son, and missed me. I felt bad for this nigga. Yo, he couldn't fight for real. But when he missed me again, I rocked him. The nigga cheek split open like a potato. He started bleeding. He holding his jaw doing some funny shit. And this black king nigga named Cobra caught him. They sent me to the box, you know what I'm saying? But I only did it because he was racist. And I'm from the Bronx. I don't like that racist shit. You feel me? I grew up in the Jamaican hood. Yeah, I grew up in my neighborhood. We grew up in like, it was mix of us, Spanish, black, you know what I mean? That's how it was to be, bro. Yeah, we was all together, so I got love for Spanish and black people. Like, it don't matter. I feel like we jack that evil, you feel me?
homie.
Yeah, I don't jack that shit. I don't like that shit. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Puerto Ricans is black, bro. If you do the history, son, we African too. You know what I'm saying? So niggas don't even be doing their history or their knowledge. And if you black and you don't like Puerto Ricans, or if you Puerto Ricans and you don't like blacks, man, shame on you, nigga. You corny to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I ain't no gangster, but that shit corny, nigga. That, you can't hide the fact that that shit corny. You feel me? You ain't no getting around that corny shit.
That. But let me ask you another question. You know what I mean? You mentioned rest in peace to big homie Pow Wow and all that.
Oh man, rest in peace to Pow Wow. Word, bro.
Pow Wow.
Hold on, you broke up a little bit, Ice.
How you bumped into the homie Pow Wow?
Well, Pow Wow knew some people in the Bronx that I knew. You heard? So when I was younger, so when I first got to the island the first time when I was in the Ford building, he saw me, you heard? And he saluted me. Yo, what's your name? He didn't remember my name though. So one day I go to the yard when I first turned adults before I went to OBCC. I went to the yard and he was there and he made me pull up with him. You know, so he was asking, he was like, yo, I know you from somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So I knew, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my son Grande and them. But different people that I met through life, he had knew. So it was just one of those small world things. We ain't know each other at the time, but he wanted to know who I was. So I partied with him. The first time I partied with him, man, so was smooth. You know, and he was running the jail. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like the top goon. So I had just turned king, you heard? And some of the homies thought it was funny because they used to say, yo, you're not even Puerto Rican like that, nigga. Why you turn with them niggas? You know what I mean? But well, Pow Wow showed me love. So anyway, I moved to OBCC. I don't see him no more. You know what I'm saying? Then I did my 8 months because I copped out for those 2 cases I told you about. They ran them concurrent and they gave me a year. You heard? For the gun, they gave me youthful offender and the drug sale. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a strike on my adult, right? So they ran.
Much time you there all around, like in the prison system? How much time?
In my lifetime?
Yeah, like what was like the longest bid?
My longest stretch was 3 in a month. You heard? It was 3 years in a month. And then I did 90 days here, 90 days there under 2 parole violations. So what's that? 4. And then I did the 8 months on the island. You know? I got arrested for other things, but I was bonded out. I just beat in 2008. I just beat a charge too. I just beat a criminal possession of a firearm by convicted felon in Florida. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got a lot of time like a lot of niggas do. You know? But yo, Pow Wow, son, that was that dude. So I don't see him for a couple years. I went home. When I came back in 2000, you heard? I wound up in 5 building. And when I pull up in 5 building in the Beacon, I went up in 5-8. So when I pull in, that's the first face I seen watching TV. Pow Wow was there, you heard? So he see me, he pulled me over to me like, yo, Mike, what up? You know my government. He called me about my government, Pow Wow. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up with him, and he tell me how it is in his house. That's his house, you know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, listen, B, I rock with you, you know what I'm saying? You a good kid, whatever. You know what I mean? But we don't appreciate kings in here. So I'm like, oh, man, son, here we go. You know what I mean? I'm thinking Pow Wow going to change on me. He never changed on me, bro. God bless him. May he rest in peace. So he pull up. He tell his homies that I'm his man. He tell him to get all the yellow chairs. You heard? So all the yellow chairs they gave him to me, tell me pull up with him. So he also tell me this, though. He said, yo, this the rules, though. You good here. You know what I'm saying? You got time on the phone, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? We got bug, whatever. But if any other kings come in here, you got to tell them to pack up. Now, you know we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You heard? So I didn't make us think about it. You heard? 2 reasons I didn't make us think about it. 1, these niggas was deep. 2, there was no other king, so why make a problem? You know what I'm saying? I was like, why make an issue right there? You know what I'm saying? There's no other kings. Maybe no kings ever come. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't say nothing. I agreed to the shit. But one day, after I'm there for like 2-3 weeks, one day, this big, tall, white boy looking Puerto Rican comes in. You heard? Son was official too. His name is Stallion. You heard? I think he's from Staten Island. God bless him. You know what I mean? But he comes in. Yo, and me and Pow Wow watching TV. We had just smoked a stick and all that. You heard? We used to smoke a lot. The niggas just smoke mad butt in it. But all the Bloods, they had the TV and they had the phones. They had a Spanish phone, but a lot of the Spanish dudes in that housing area, they was just like, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but it was like a couple of dope fiends and shit. But we watching TV when this kid Stallion come in with his bags from another housing unit somewhere. So he go straight to his cell though. He go up the stairs, he go to his cell. So Pow Wow looked at me though, and I looking at Pow Wow like, yo, what's up? He like, yo, I bet you that nigga's a king. Cause Pow Wow been bidding so long, he know he could just feel shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
he could breathe that shit out. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. Pow Wow know jail like the back of his hand, you know what I'm saying? So he just know people's posture, body language, like son just knew. So I was like, damn, I was hoping he wasn't a king, nigga, because I was chilling, son. Man. I ain't want no kings to come, nigga, because now, you know what I'm saying? I was good.
That's real shit. That's real. Niggas don't say that.
Fact.
Like,
That's a fact.
He was like chilling. You be where you was at.
I was good where I was at, son. I was just chilling. So son go to his cell. So when he come back down, he put his right hand over his left hand. It's a king, you know what I'm saying? King shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's standing at the wall. He watching the phones. He looking around. He trying to like see who's who. And Pow Wow looked at me. He's like, yeah, you know what you got to do. I'm like, damn, son. I ain't want to do it. You know what I mean? So I walked up to homie. I'm like, yo, 114. Said like, 114. So we go. I like, yo, let me holler at you. So I take him to the cell. We go to his cell. So he's like, yo, this a blood house. Huh? I smell it. I feel it. I said, all them niggas downstairs is blood, son. All of them. You know? He was like, damn, son. I said, yo, that son was a wild dude. You know what I'm saying? I only knew this nigga for like 15 minutes of my whole life, yo. Shout out to him wherever he is. God bless him. But he was like, yo, I told him what Pow Wow told me when I first got there. I said, yo, he told me if another king come in, tell him to pack up. But we can't do that. And that king, he was like, I ain't doing that. Nah. So I was like, I feel you, son. So what we gonna do? He was like, yo, it's time to go, my nigga. I'm like, damn, son. Some said it right there. He ain't even stayed not even an hour in the housing unit, bro. Yo, that nigga said it's time to go. So he opened his bag, bro. This real life, real spit. He opened his bag, well, his sheet. He had all his stuff in the blanket. He opened it up and he started changing his clothes. I'm in the cell with him. He's changing his clothes. He put some broken sweats on. He had a ripped up shirt. Shit already had blood on it. I was like, yo, son just came from somewhere where it was lit. So after he changed his clothes, he tied his shoes. So I'm tying my shoes and he just walked out the cell. I'm like, damn, son, I was having a good time. You know what I mean? He walked downstairs. Yo, son strong. Real shit, bro. I never seen a nigga do this before. You know the visit tables in the island? Those big plastic joints? Them joints is heavy, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the plastic shits. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sometimes they gray, sometimes they red, sometimes whatever color they are. And they got them in the housing units too. You know what I'm saying? They used to have them in the cell blocks back then. I don't know if they still got them shit. Your son walked down the stairs. He didn't even want to talk. Once I told him what time it was, he just got dressed and walked downstairs. Probably one of the realest niggas I ever met. So I never seen him again. Yo, the nigga went downstairs. Niggas is chilling, watching TV. Nobody paying attention to this nigga. He just walked right to a table, picked it up, and threw it at a crowd of niggas, bro. Next thing you know, we got popped on. We fighting for our lives, you heard? I got popped on too by a bunch of bloods. Pow Wow never hit me though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pow Wow, man. Rest in peace, man. You know what I mean? But they washing homie up, they washing me up. But we fighting for our lives. The police came though. You know what I'm saying? Separated niggas, beat us up, whatever. Took us to the YME pen. You know what I mean? He went to somewhere else. I ain't never seen him again. And I went to 9 building with the homie Crucial and them, and I was chilling again. You know what I'm saying? But word, son, that's a fact, bro. Pow Wow was that dude, man. I like Pow Wow a lot, son. You know?
That shit right that, you know, he knew that, look, it was going to be nasty in there, man. So we might as well get on that.
You know how it is, B. If you sleep or if you hesitate, that's going to be the worst for you. You know what I'm saying? It's better, and I'm sorry, man. I ain't no gangster, son. You feel me? I don't be looking for it. But the truth of the matter is this, yo. We got to survive sometimes in some weird situations. And if you hesitate, you feel me? If you hesitate, then you might get hurt even worse. So it might as well just run into it like a truck, you know what I'm saying, and sit there like a parked car, get your window smashed, my nigga. Because if you let somebody get the drop on you, you know what I'm saying, then you stupid, my nigga, because you knew it was going to happen anyway. You know what I mean? So you better do so. You better hurry up. You feel me? And God bless everybody locked up right now, man. I wish it was different, but it's not, bro. It's the facts. It's the facts, man. If you got an issue with somebody and you let them get you first, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because you gave them time to think about what they was going to do to you, and they probably do it to you. You know what I mean? You know you in a bad situation. Your best bet is to hurry up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Well.
Back. I was like, that's real right there. You know what I mean? Can you break down the situation issues in the prison?
Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, I don't know how it is today, but you had to, you know what I'm saying, more or less, most of the time, the nigga who actually run the phone, you know what I mean, but don't put in some work, he got a name for himself, you feel me? And a lot of times it's militant. You see, people want to make a movie out the phone all the time, but it don't always be like that. You know? Sometimes you be in a housing unit where it's all right, and niggas just have an understanding for each other. Like, yo, look, this is what we going through. I done seen dudes write schedules down for phones before. Like, yo, look, you got 9 to click, you got 7 to 7:30. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you might be in a house where there's a king and a bluff, for instance, you know, and they rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they had come to an understanding that, yo, look, this king phone, this bluff phone, and that's for the neutrals. You know what I'm saying? Now the neutrals got to figure it out for themselves. You feel me? I guess the one with the most, you know what I'm saying, respect gets the dibs on what he want. You know what I mean? That's everything in life, bro. If you take 2, you know what I'm saying, pit bulls and throw them in a cage, you know what I'm saying, the alpha going to always win. You know what I'm saying? The alpha going to take over. So that's how the phone is, man. The phone was for the alphas, bro. You know what I'm saying? The alphas ran the phone. Whether you was blood king, whatever you was, you prove you was the alpha. And when another dog come and he bigger than you, he might snatch that from you. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But the phone, I ain't never had a problem for the phone, son. That's my word of my mother, son. People like me, son. They be laughing at my jokes. I be like, that shit ain't funny, nigga, but they be laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really had problems for that shit. You know, like me personally. I was chilling, bro. I ain't no killer. I had a good... Let me tell you something, man. My life was fucked up in the streets, you know? My shit was hard for me, bro.
Talk about it.
You know, my shit was hard for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done been a drug abuser. I done been you know what I'm saying? I done robbed. I done did all types of shit in the street. You know what I'm saying? I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? More or less from 11 till I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So my life was hard for me. I cried more in the streets than I did in the jail. You know? Like, sometimes I felt like jail saved my life for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to say nothing, you know. Jail kind of saved my life sometimes, you know. At those times when I needed to. God is real, son. You feel me? And I had worse at times in the streets than in the prison, bro. That's a fact, bro. Word.
Tell us why you feel like jail saved your life. Like, break that. I like what you said right there.
Well, more or less, when I got caught in 98, you know what I'm saying, I was mad about that. I was having a good time in my life. I just had a baby, you know what I'm saying, I was getting money, I was pretty, you feel me? But I was also in and out of homelessness a lot too, you know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of problems too. It's a fact. I have robbed the wrong people, you know what I'm saying? I have robbed some of the wrong people, you know what I'm saying? I had people coming in my baby mom's crib, you know what I mean, to kill me and all that, all types of shit, bro, you know what I mean? So that slowed me down. Like, that year that I did in there kind of put a pause on my bullshit, you feel me? Because I probably wouldn't have made it to 99 if I ain't get locked up, you know? You understand what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have made it to 99 if I ain't get locked up. That's a fact, you know? I have robbed some people. I don't even want to say their names. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas is still salty. But then the second time when I went up north, you feel me? Like, I was mad about that too. I was chilling. I was doing my thing. I was getting money. I was having a good time. But I had tacked up a lot of problems with people. Because I'm going to tell you this, man. One time, check this out. I'll tell you, for instance, 99, I came home. I was homeless. You know? When I came home to nothing. My baby moms, me and her didn't get along, you know what I'm saying? My parents, they didn't want me around because of all the bullshit I was getting into, you feel me? So, you know, they was like, that nigga's a lost case. So one day, man, there was this kid, you know what I'm saying, I kind of grew up with, but he turned on me over the drugs. He turned on me like he thought he was better than me one day when he got with this certain team uptown. I don't want to say no names, but one day I pulled the knife on a nigga because they followed me, you heard? And they was going to do something to me. I don't know what they thought they was going to do, but they ain't had no hammer on him. I had the knife on me. I pulled it out on him, and he left. I let him walk away. But he wanted to squash it. I seen him like the same summer, later on in the summer. I seen him, and he on Carpenter Ave in the Bronx, and they getting money in and out this building, you heard? And he talking to me like, yo, let's squash that shit, because we knew each other since we was 12. You know what I mean? So he like, yo, we squashing whatever. He think we squashing it. I'm hungry, nigga. I ain't eating like 2 days, my nigga. I'm in the streets, you heard? All I got is a 22 on me, a little Raven 22, the little 22 shits. That's all I had to my name. So we talking like we squashing it, but he don't know in my mind, I'm going to get your work up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hungry as shit, my nigga. You don't even know where I'm going to. So, and I was sniffing mad coke and smoking angel dust. Like, I was just throwing my life away at that time. You know what I'm saying? So one day, while we talking, he like, yo, let's go back up downtown to Allerton and shit. Let's go chill over there. I'm gonna take a cab. I'm like, nah, I lied to him. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go see my aunt. So son jumps in the cab and he leaves. I run up in his building and made his mans give me everything he had, bro, like $1,100. Bro, son. You know what I mean? So like 2 days later, my baby mom's like, yo, don't go outside. I went to go see my daughter. So she was like, I'm in my nigga's house upstairs, though, on the 7th floor. She calls the house phone shit. She's like, yo, don't go outside. I'm like, why not? She like, yo, every nigga in the Bronx is in front of the building looking for you, nigga. I'm like, what? I went to the roof. I looked down. This nigga had a whole squad ready to put it in on me. I was like, damn. So I stood in my nigga house for a little while. Because with a 22, you can't kill 30 niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, shit, I can't even leave the building. I hopped one building over because you in Parkside, some of the buildings is connected to each other. So you could climb one building to the other. So I climbed to the other building. I went to my other people's house. I told them what was going on. They let me stay over, my nigga, till niggas was gone, yeah. And then I took off, nigga. I went to the other side of the Bronx, like, fuck that. I ain't getting murdered for this shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you tapped in what's going on YouTube right now, like the OG.
Hold on, you breaking up. Ice, you breaking up.
Hold up, you hear me? Hear me now? I'm good?
Yeah, we good now.
Yo, I said, are you tapped in with the OGs out there right now?
Yo,
the DKs and all of them.
Yo, let me keep it a stack with you. Yo, I don't be liking that shit, bro. You heard? Yo, I mean, especially, I don't be liking the drama no more, my nigga. You heard? Like, I don't say no names because I don't want my name on some ugly shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm just keeping a stack with you. We done came so far as a people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have came far by now as a people. You feel me? Yo, the 1% keeps surpassing us, bro. I know it's a setup. I know the streets are set up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I did my homework on that shit. They don't want to see blacks and Latinos be, you know what I'm saying, corporate Americans. You feel me? They don't want to see the blacks and Latinos be presidents and mayors and all that. Some of them get in, but the ones that be getting in, they be selling their soul for that shit. You feel me? The people that govern our hoods, bro, they don't care about us, my nigga. And we don't even care about ourselves, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So after all the shit I done been through, my nigga, I took the gloves and I put them on the shelf, bro. Because, yo, it's sad. Listen, Ice, no disrespect to none of y'all niggas. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want. But what I'm saying is, why the fuck if a nigga gonna kill me, why he gotta look like me, son? You feel me?
I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you, you know what I mean?
We be talking about the crackers this, the crackers that, but the crackers ain't the ones killing us, bro. You feel me? I ain't never had to be, you know, I done had problems with white people here and there in my life, but the niggas I be watching out for look like me, son. And I got tired of that, bro. I came online not for no negativity. I came online because, yo, there's shorties just like us, bro, and they killing each other, son, like we used to. And we not gonna get nowhere like that as a people, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is sad, son.
Oh, so what kind of jewels you could give the youngins that see this type of shit going on, you know, because we all from the hood, right? Like, you know, and
that's a fact.
You know, it's still gonna be youngins that's growing up in the hood into the same stuff that we was into. What kind of jewels could you give them to steer them in the right path and let them know, like, shit is real out here?
Yo, read, son. Study the setup, bro. You know what I'm saying? Know it's a setup, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, understand the setup, man. Read, bro. Go back, man. Do your history, bro. Don't join the gangs, bro. Don't join the Kings. Don't join the Bloods. Don't join none of that shit. Know that it be your own brother to be the first one to take you out. You know what I'm saying? The facts of the matter is this, man. Broken people don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, understand the power they have sometimes. You feel me? And we a bunch of broken people. We come from the crack era. Your mom smoked crack. Your pops probably a heroin fiend. You feel me? That's how I grew up. Like, we grew up in that era. You know what I'm saying? And now some kids is growing up from the kids that was raised from that. Yo, do your history, son. Know it's a setup, man. Don't join the gangs, bro. There's a lot that the gangs don't tell you when you join. You feel me? No disrespect to the Bloods, no disrespect to the Kings, but it's not the same rulers that we used to have. You feel me? A lot of people was just broken and lost, bro. They don't know their way back to the promised land, son. You know what I mean? We out there chasing clout. We out there trying to look tougher than the next man. But when that gun in your face, bro, and they blaming at you, bro, that shit is over, nigga, or for being a silly nigga in the street. You know what I'm saying? Or for wanting to be cool, or for wanting to be down for something you ain't got no business being down with, bro. The streets don't love nobody, son. The streets don't love nobody. You gotta love yourself, man. You feel me? There's really a God, son. You gotta love yourself. You wanna be a real king, son? Learn how to stand on your own too and take care of your peoples in a positive manner so that you can continue to do it. Because if you do it with the drugs and the robberies and the guns and all that, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to do it for that long. You know what I mean? That's a fact, bro. If I die right now, because I want to go play in the street again, I can't take care of my seeds. Some other nigga, I gotta hope they find a good nigga to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's not promised. Tomorrow not even guaranteed. We gotta learn how to live, man. We tell our war stories, that's cool, but make sure the shorties know that's not really life, my nigga. You could be vacationing, you could start a business, a career, you could have the baddest shorty in the world, bro, and you ugly, nigga, just because you did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know about that shit, bro. I be tired of that shit, yo. If any of my kids get in the gang, nigga, I'm fucking them kids up, and I'm going to the nigga who put them down, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't do that to mine. Because what I learned from it, and shout out to the Kings and all that, God bless y'all, you know what I'm saying? But yo, a lot of y'all niggas ain't do me good. You feel me? And a lot of y'all niggas wasn't there for me when I was at my worst. That it's all fun and games when we in the streets doing this and the third. The moment you up north, these niggas don't even remember you, bro. They just put another nigga in to fill your spot. You know what I'm saying? So the streets don't love nobody. Everybody out for themselves. I mean, so if you want to be out for yourself, do the right thing. At least you could keep yours when you do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Read books. Give us books.
You broke up a little bit, my brother.
I said, you said read some books and all that. Can you give us some books that we can tap into?
Yo, read anything George Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Read anything, you know what I'm saying, Robert Greene, you know what I'm saying? Read anything Nicky Giovanni, you know what I'm saying? Read anything, you know what I'm saying, from the righteous people. Read the Bible, read the Quran, you know what I'm saying? Get to with your spirituality. God really real. And God love us, bro. God love the black people. We his children, son. You know what I'm saying? We his children, and people don't even know what they be talking about. But I ain't no teacher, and I ain't no perfect person. I just know what I've been through, son. You feel me? And I know that nobody hate the black man more than the black man sometimes, my nigga. And that's sad, bro. And that's sad. You know what I'm saying? And I say that as a black man because I know my roots. You feel me? We black too. So nobody hate us more than our own kind sometimes, yo. And that was part of the setup. See, they put us in the worst of conditions so that we had to fight amongst each other to have the little bit that we could have. It's part of the setup. See, the establishment was smarter than us. Because when slavery was over, they said, all right, we still got to slave them, though. We can't afford these niggas to take over our country. That was they thought. So they made the prisons to and added and turned all these different things into crimes that wasn't crimes before. You feel me? And put us in the worst places and denied us equal opportunities and that people had to fight for. People actually fought and died for you to be able to work at Mickey D's and Wendy's and, you know what I'm saying, having mediocre jobs. And now it's up to the people to do something bigger, you know what I'm saying, to take it up another level. Not just the rap game. The rap game is cool. It's entertainment. Salute to the rappers, yeah, if they're doing a positive thing. But the rap game ain't really real, you know what I'm saying? That shit only lasts for so long, too. Get an education, man. Learn how to do some shit, bro, because this shit is corny already, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was either go to school or go outside and get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not complaining, but I don't want my kids to be like that, my nigga. Because if they turn out like that, then I'm a failure for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fail. I don't like failure. You know what I mean? That's a fact. You broke up a little bit, Ice.
I said, yo, that's the realest shit I heard today, man. I salute you. That was real. Like, I'm jacking everything you talking about. You know what I mean? It's real right there. Word.
Yo, I watched a lot of kids, bro, growing up, me myself. Used to get down with the gangs and all that for clout, bro. It's still the same way today. Certain things don't change, but some things really did change. You see, the kids that was getting down for clout had to actually put in work. You had to actually put in work.
Let me ask you that. How you feel about like the day, like how it's like a
you breaking up.
Hey yo, I said, how you feel about that today? Now the gangs is like a fashion statement. Dudes is just doing this to sell records and, you know, just to look cool and look like they really been in the streets, and it's not even that. You know what I mean?
It's corny because you're promoting something that you're not really going to do. You feel me? So you getting other shorties hurt up in the game because when they follow you and they really from the street, you know what I'm saying, already really outside following you, and then the older niggas or other people say, nah, we ain't jacking that, he not really like that. Then they test him, son got to prove himself, something bad happens, you know what I mean? Or because you wanted to be cool like your favorite rapper. You heard? That shit corny. We used to do it too, don't get it twisted. Who ain't want to be Snoop Dogg when they was little? Who ain't want to be Biggie when they was little? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, kids from that era, Biggie was more fan of them than they was a fan of Biggie at some times. You know what I mean? You know, the rappers back in the days was taking stories from niggas that was really doing it. Now the kids are taking the stories from rappers that don't really do it. You understand? You see the switch in the setup? It's corny. So you're gonna rap. A lot of these kids, they putting themselves in a position trying to chase the clout. Not everybody hates you. You know what I'm saying? And things and even though it's a new era, niggas are still getting clapped, bro. Shorties are still clapping each other all the time. You heard? Over something you said. I don't do that internet thug shit, bro. Nobody invite me to that shit neither. I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? I got a short fuse. I love people, but don't play with me. You know what I mean? So I know other people feel like that too. So you playing with niggas online. Look at 6ix9ine, bro. 6ix9ine, he hurt himself. He's very intelligent. Listen, dude intelligent, but he wasn't built for that shit. You hear me? He was built to be an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to play his thug. And not everybody locked up because he had to come to the realization that, one, you was dancing with a bunch of wolves that didn't really care for you because the streets don't care for you. But you signed up for that shit, so you shouldn't have told. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he shouldn't have told. But I kind of understand his perspective. If he was really a civilian, then nobody would have been mad. But you was participating in the activity, so you're not a civilian no more. You're supposed to eat that. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you that some niggas ain't really built for it. It's all a movie now until they turn the movie off and you come to the realization like, oh shit, I'm not really like that. You shouldn't do that. It's okay to be a square, nigga. It's okay to be a square. Why not, son? These squares be chilling forever. But y'all niggas don't want to be squares. Y'all want to be in a circle. And the circle will hurt you, nigga. You bugging. Wow.
Damn. That dude's like popping. So I don't know what you got going on what you got, you can hear me? Good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. What you got going on today? Like, what you doing? Like, I see you got the YouTube channel. Like,
hold on, Ice. Your shit correct. It broke up a little bit. You heard my nigga?
Hey, yo, I said, tell the people what you got going on today. I see you got the YouTube channel thing popping. Like, tell them what you got going on over there.
Well, more or less, man, my life is like this, bro. I just wanted to share my story so one day Daddy died, my shorties could come back and check out, you know what I'm saying, how I lived and remember the good times and shit. You feel me? We still do music. Shout to Stoney the Brainiac, Latin Pain, everything. You feel me? We still, Frenchie, my nigga Frenchie Brim. Know what I mean? That's my dude. Shout to these niggas, man. I love them.
Hey, so you, hold on, you do music, so tell, when you started rapping and all that, you rap?
My mom's was a poet, believe it or not. You heard? My mom's used to write for the Police magazine. You heard that they had? That was one of her first jobs. So when I was like 4 years old, my mom taught me how to read so I could write with her, so I could shut up while she was doing her work. You heard? So I've been writing all my life, my nigga. But when I really came out the woodworks rhyming, it was basically because I was getting locked up all the time and I needed something to do. So I started, you know what I'm saying, really rhyming in prison when I got older because I had nothing but time, you know what I'm saying? And I took all my thoughts and I put it into rhymes. So in 2006 is when I really kind of tried to take off. I was in Comstock, New York, and this Muslim kid gave me the nickname Latin Pain. You feel me? So if you want to, you could go to Latin Pain on Google, Latin Pain everything. You can hear the music on Reverb Nation, on Spotify. You feel me? Or just hit me up on the YouTube. The YouTube got some fly videos too. It's Real Life for a Spit with Latin Pain on YouTube. Yeah.
Hold up, though. We, you know, over here, we like to hear shit live. We want to hear bars or something. We ain't going to just get that off like that.
Let me go outside real quick. Yeah.
Say less, below.
I got a couple of shorties sleeping in the crib. It was my dog's birthday last night too. Say what up, man? What up?
Okay. Poppin', homie.
Yeah, that's my nigga Laz.
Hey.
You want to hear some bars, you said?
Yeah, I want to hear something. Get the people something, man.
What kind of shit you want me to hit?
Whatever you got. Whatever fire you got.
I said, yo, I was raised by cops and robbers, sinners and saints, and learned that sometimes some look like good look when they really ain't. I've seen the smiles of many snakes and monsters of many fates, and learned to judge not, though I be judged for many mistakes. They say life's a bitch and then you die one day, but maybe life's just a bitch when you make it that way. I don't know. I just pray and thank God for the state. I could have been dead, but he blessed me with another decade. So, yo, I'm on this mission for the meaning of life, going through ups and downs, wrongs and rights, joys and stripes. See, I don't fought for my life, collecting scars and stripes, warrior type, through the darkest days and coldest nights. But yo, I say this, that's all good. We still breathing, so maybe more smiles in the hood. I thank God for the gifts with blood in my backwood, and I ain't Mr. Right. I'm just misunderstood, and only God is above me. So everybody love me. Though I be with a thugs, she like a bitch. Sometimes she ugly, you know. Rhyme for love, you might get a little money. Might crack a smile, but ain't nothing really funny. Raised in the slums, grew up where all the bumps be. I'm eating like a glutton though. I'm always hungry. Run after grind, I'm trying to fill my kid's tummy, and you might hate how I shine, but yo, my Jesus love me though. Cause yo, I'll grab a pen and write to make the world say, yo, that's nice, B. The truth like Christ. This ain't about no whips and nights, this real life, wrong and right. Dying sin and hellfire's your price. But you ain't gotta take my advice, fam. I don't know shit like they said about the wise man. Everything I've been through made me everything that I am. I'm from the Bronx lands, I'll take it back like if you can. Man. Let me not stray from the topic. The mic I rock it for the love, not for the profit. These fake gangster rappers, y'all lying, I need to stop it. Misleading your youth in my projects like false prophets. Use logic, don't be a fool, homie, you got it. Do the knowledge, add up the math, maybe do college. As I rep for all that's past, that's due homage. And I'ma keep it hip-hop, I promise. Word.
Fire. Look, losing rap like that no more, man. You got great bars, lyrics. You got it, bro. Like,
I appreciate you, Ice. Word.
Yeah, I'm jacking it, man. Word. So definitely appreciate you. And then, what else you got? You got anything else you want to talk about to the people?
More or less, man. I send my prayers and my love to you, Ice, man. I'm a fan, son, you heard? You be bugging sometimes, I be laughing, you heard? But I want you to be safe in those streets, my nigga, and you got a voice. Remember that you got a voice. That's a gift from God, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I will be tuning in, man. Hope you use that, man, to elevate. Always elevation, for real, man. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. I'm about to go off in about 20 seconds. Salute.
God bless you, B. My name's Antonio Bicicleta, Land Paint, everything. Real life respect. Shout to Ice Coleon and everything legit, man. God bless you. Word.
Oh.
Uno.